in exceptions. And today we are going to create a project with the use of Elasticsearch. We will connect Elasticsearch with Java, and we will see how we are getting the data from the Elasticsearch. So the description of the project is we are going to use Spring Boot version 2, and the Elasticsearch version is 7.3.1. And what we will do, first we will store documents to Elasticsearch index, because we all know, right? In Elasticsearch, data is stored as a documents, and in Elasticsearch we have index where all the documents are stored. Okay, and then on Kibana we'll see that document is created or not. Okay, after that we will do the connection between Java code and Elasticsearch. So this is the most important part, and we will do this part. We will write the code, and we'll see how we can connect Java and Elasticsearch. After that, we will fetch data from the Elasticsearch index. So what all functionalities we are going to implement in a Java code? First, we will get all user data. After that, we will create one more method that will find the data by name. And the next method is here we can pass two parameter, that is name and address. And based on that, we will get the data. Okay. So before going to write the code, first of all, here are two things that is very important. First is how Elasticsearch search data, right? Because we all know that like Elasticsearch is a search engine. So how data is, how fast Elasticsearch search the data. So if you know, like before Elasticsearch, we had RDBMS, like database. So data, if I am talking about the RDBMS database, so database search data based on the page search, right? Page search, and Elasticsearch searching is happening with keyword search. So we will also see what is the difference between page search and keyword search. So let's suppose one example. Why I am telling the example? Because it will help you to know how Elasticsearch search the data, how fast Elasticsearch is. Okay, so let's have an example. Let's suppose I want to search hello world, hello, hello world. Okay, and this is our RDBMS, and this is my Elasticsearch. So for time being, just forget about the Elasticsearch. Let's talk about how a word is searched if I am talking about a database or RDBMS. Okay, so I want to search hello. So here we have page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 7. And this hello word is present in the page 6. So if I start searching hello word inside RDBMS, so first it will search hello is present in page 1, no, not present. Page 2, not present. Page 3, not present. Like that, it will go to page 6. Okay, it's present here. So it will provide the output. Okay, this is the output in page 6. You have a hello word. Okay, but you can see how much time it took. First it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is time consuming, right? So based on that, time consuming, Elasticsearch comes into the picture. And if I am talking to Elasticsearch, then how searching is happen in Elasticsearch? See, now still I am going to search hello. Okay, so once I am going to search hello, so Elasticsearch follow keyword search. So here we have a document 1, document 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And hello is present in document 1, 2 only, right? This X means it's present. So within a, I mean, we can say it will not take a nanosecond also. If I write the query hello, so it took, okay, hello, how many times it's present? It's present only two times, document 1 and document 2. It will return a document 1 and document 2 within a nanosecond. I mean, it's too fast, because it only have to search where this hello word is present, in which document this hello world is present, and it will return this document 1 and document 2 in this case. So it's too fast. Let's suppose I want to search world. So it will, in a single iteration, it search, okay, the this world is present in a document 3 and document 5. So it returns document 3 and document 5. I want to say it's too fast because it's a search engine, right? So how it's storing the data? How data is stored? Here data is stored in a RDBMS, like a row and column form, but here data is stored inside the document, and the internal part of the Elasticsearch, how Elasticsearch is storing this data, it's storing the data as an inverted index. So this is the example of inverted index, right? So what is inverted index? So whatever we are storing inside a document, all data are is converted to a tokens. Okay. Let's suppose hello is a token, world is a token. Let's suppose I want to say today is Sunday. So today is Sunday. There are three tokens. So it will not store as a line, it stored as a token. Okay, so that is called, this line means the inverted index. Okay, and that tokens are stored in a inverted index, like that these tokens are stored. So it's too fast to see. If you are seeing, you can say, okay, the hello is present only in document 1 and document 2, the world is present only in document 3 and document 5. So it's too fast. That's why Elasticsearch comes inside into the picture. Okay. Now come to the logic part. So we are going to Spring Boot version 2. So and we are going to use Elasticsearch version 3. So I already started my Elasticsearch. My Elasticsearch is started here. So uh, if you know about the Elasticsearch and Kibana, I already provided so many videos how to install Elasticsearch and how to write the query. So I will provide those links in the description part, and you can easily know about those technologies. Okay. So first we'll store documents to Elasticsearch. So come to the Kibana, and you can see here this is my index, user manage, and if I will hit this one, so if you see here, I can see there total are, we have three documents. Okay, total is three. So if you see here, we have index user manage, and inside this we have user ID 111, username is elastic user 111, address Delhi. This is the first object. Now this is the second object 222. This is the third object 333. Okay. Now let me create one more object. So for one more object, I have to do? I have to write a post query. I already explained how to write a post query, how to write an index, how to search, how what details about all this field in my previous video. I will provide the link in the description part. So let's suppose I want to create one more object, and so we have user ID 111, 222, and 333. Let's create 444. Okay. So user ID is 444. This is 04, and I want to provide the name is Elastic user 444. Okay. Now provide the address. Let's suppose Kolkata. Hit this query. Yeah, we got the result is created. Now search how many objects we have. Previously we had three objects. Now the value is four, and this is 111, 222, 3, and this is just now we created 444. Okay. Now we are going to write a code that will connect to our Elasticsearch, and we will get all the details. Okay. So let me close this one. Kibana work has been done. Let me close the Kibana first. Let me open the form. Here I have added the dependencies for our Elasticsearch. So you can see the dependencies, and also we are going to use Spring Boot version 2. Why I am using Spring Boot version 2? Because I got so many comments in my previous videos, like please provide a video how to connect a Spring Boot 2 with Elasticsearch, because in Google and YouTube there are so many videos, but they are using the Spring Boot version 1.5 but not 2. So that's why I am going to create this video which is Spring Boot version 2. Yes, close this one. So if you see here, this is my Elasticsearch demo project, and here I have a controller, so we will write the logic here. This is my service. So I have already created the skeleton, so because it will save our time. This is my repository. This is the implementation of the repository, and this is my entity class. Inside this entity, we have user ID, username, and address. Okay. So why we have username, ID, and address? Because just now I show you in Kibana, there are four objects. Inside that object we have three fields, that is user ID, username, and address. Okay. So this is my pom.xml, and if you see here inside this pom.xml, so we are going to use Spring Boot version 2. Now the Elasticsearch dependencies we needed. This all are the Elasticsearch dependency we needed, and we will use the Elasticsearch REST high level client. Okay, to call the Elasticsearch index and get the data. And the version, if you see here, I have provided elastic.version. If you see the version, this is my version is 7.3.1. Okay, now let's start writing the code. So this is my controller. So the first thing I'm going to do, that is get all user. We have done with this. We have done with this. This is also done. This is also done on Kibana. We'll see that document is created. Now connection. We need a connection. So for that, uh, just write the data logic. I mean, create a method to get all user first. So for creating all user, just create a endpoint. So public list user get all user. This will be my get mapping. So let me get mapping, and the value is, I suppose, all users, right? All user. Okay. Now what next? We have to tell that the producers equals to media type dot application application JSON value. Application JSON value. Okay, and we'll call to service class. So return. We have a service class here. So auto add this service class to user controller, void @AutoWire, and call a method get all user info. Okay, so create a method inside the service class. So this is my service class, and here I have to call a repository, right? So AutoWire it, dot let's suppose I want to call the method find all user details from Elastic. Okay, so create this method to repository. This is my user repository. Okay, now I have to implement this method in the user repository implementation class. Okay, so add unimplemented methods. Here we go. Now here we will write the logic for the connection of Java and Elasticsearch. Okay, so let's write the logic. This is the main thing we are going to do. So first thing we need a we are going to use REST high client. Okay, REST high level client. Let's suppose client equals to name, and here we need to provide, this is my constructor, and I want to provide here like REST client dot builder host name. So what is the host name here? So host name is my local IP, right? My local IP, because Elasticsearch is running in my local machine. So let's provide the local host here, local host. And the next thing I have to provide, that is the port number. In which port number this this the Elasticsearch is running. So I already explained in my previous video how Elasticsearch we can install in our local machine and how we can run. So it's running on 9200. Okay. Now we have to tell which which protocol is going to use. So in our case, it's a HTTP. Okay, that's it. These are the things we have to perform. Okay, we showing error. Okay, one thing I missed here. We have to provide the HTTP host. We write this to new line. So this is my Elasticsearch is running in my local machine. So I have provided the local host here, and the port number is 9200, and the protocol is HTTP. Okay. Now write the logic here. So we need, first of all, we need a search request here. Okay. So take a search request, search List equals to new search request. Okay. Now we need a index, right? So in our case, what is the index? The index is indices. Here we have to provide the index. So in our case, the index is user manage. Okay, this is my index name. We saw in the Kibana, right? The index name user manage. Now what next? We need to use the search source builder. This one. This is my search source builder. Now take a new the object of that. Use this search source builder, and here we have to write the query. So query is here we need to take a query builder. Okay, because I'm going to search all the users. So use query builders. Query builders dot match all query. Match all query. Because I'm going to find all the data, right? This is done. Now take this instance of the search request, and here we have to call the source method dot source. Inside this we have to pass this search source builder. Okay. Now now we need a response. So request part is done. We have created the query, and now we need a response. So search response. Create the object. Let me assign the null here, not create the object. Null. And this search response equals to, we have a REST high level client, right? Use this client. So client dot search, we have to pass here request, and here we need to pass request option is default. Request option dot default. Okay. Now write a if block if we we have here the search response dot get hits, right? Get hits dot get total hits we need dot value is greater than 0. Then what we have to do, we need an array of search hit equals to, from this response dot get hits dot get hits. Okay, this is done. After that we have to iterate because we need to find all the object, right? So for loop, take a for loop here and take this. We need to create the ref instance of the search hit. Let's suppose hit and iterate it. It's my for in loop. And here what we need to do, we have to take a map. So map of object. So first string and then take a object. This is a one-time implementation. Okay, this is all these are one-time implementation that we are going to do. Same thing we will use for this two method also. This two method also. Currently we are doing for this one. Only one thing will be changed, that is called query. This query will be changed because here we are what we are doing, we are calling method match all query because we need all the data. But for a single parameter, for double parameter, the query will be different. I will let you know once this will complete. Okay, so the hit dot get source as map. Okay, import the package. Okay, this is done. Now what next? uh, we have to return the data, right? And the data is this is the user object and list of user object. So let's create here, create an object here. So list of user. Let's suppose user list equals to list. Okay, and this will be inside the try catch block. So use the try catch block. Okay, this catch is not needed here. This is needed after this. Okay, okay, now it's more readable form. So we have to return a user list. So just user list dot add what object we have to add. Oh, see, we are going to uh, convert data to user object, and we are getting the all the hit as a. I mean, inside we have those all those data inside a map, right? But we have to convert from object to a string to a object. Okay, so for that we need here a object mapper that is provided by the Jackson. Okay, so use here private object mapper. What's object? This is object and auto vary it here. Okay, this object mapper will convert our map to a user class. Okay, so use here object mapper dot convert value from what? From this map to which one? To this user class, right? User dot class. Okay, and that's it. And we have to return user list here because we are returning null now. So return this user list. Okay, so let me run this class and we'll check whether we are getting our data or not. So what we did, we had we took a object mapper for converting a map to our entity class. Our entity is user.java. Okay, after that we are using REST high level client, and so that it will connect to Elasticsearch. And for my local, the Elasticsearch host name is localhost, port number is 9200, and the protocol is HTTP. So if you are using some I mean the professional environment like your dev environment, test environment, production environment, so that host name you have to provide here, and that port number you have to provide here, and the protocol you have to provide here. Okay, so let me run this class. Run this Java application. And if you want to know like whether your Elasticsearch is running on locally or not, so just go to the browser and use HTTP colon localhost, and the port number is for Elasticsearch 9200, and hit enter. Yeah, see, Elasticsearch is running. Okay, the cluster name is Elasticsearch, and all these details are present inside this cluster. That means Elasticsearch is running. And same um, host name and port number we have provided here, localhost, and this is this. Okay, okay, it got started. Now check whether we are getting all those data or not. So come to the postman. This is my postman, localhost, and what is inside this properties file we have port number is, the context path is user management, and the port number is 1991. So this is correct. User management 1991 port number, and context path is user management. What is the request mapping? Come to the controller, user info, and all user. Okay, we have user info and all user. That's correct. Hit on send button. Yeah, we are getting data. See, user ID is 111, Elasticsearch 111, 222, 333, and at the starting we created one more object, it is 444. Username is this one, and the address is Kolkata. So we are getting all the objects from the Elasticsearch. So you can see it's very easy, right, to connect to Elasticsearch with REST client, REST high level client. Only we have to provide the dependencies first inside the pom.xml. After that, we have to provide the our Elasticsearch local, I mean, in which host it's running, the port number and the protocol. And here we have written the query, right? Now, what next? So we have done with this one, get all user data. Now we will write the logic for get user by name. So in this case, the logic will be changed. So we'll start from the controller layer. Let me close this one. So we copy this one. No need to write again, and it will save everyone's time. Okay. So here I have to pass one parameter. Based on the parameter, I am going to fetch the data. So the mapping will be, let's suppose, slash username. Okay, we'll provide one username and we will get the data. Let's suppose get user by name. And here take a path variable string user name. Okay, and change this method get user by name. Let's suppose here we have to provide the this. Let me change this method because these two methods got same, right? So either it will not affect, but if we are following some standard, then it's good. Okay. So get user by name, get user data by name. Data by name. Okay. Create this method inside the service class. This method is created, and here we have to call our. We need to create one more method that will call our repository class, repository interface. So let's suppose the find method is find all user data from Elastic. Okay, so let's create this method inside our repository here, and we need to pass this username also because we are going to search data with respect to username. Okay, now come to the implementation part, and here we are getting error because we have to implement unimplemented methods. Implement it. So this is our method for find all user data from Elastic. Let me find all user data by name. Copy this. So the first method is find all user details from Elastic. Now the second is find all user data by name from Elastic. So I told you, right, this is the one time code. So we will use same code inside this method. Copying and pasting here. Only one thing will be changed. That is, here we did the query builders dot match query, right? Because we wanted to search all the data now. But what we are going to do now, here we will search details based on the user name, based on the query. I mean based on the parameter. Okay. So only this line will be changed. Instead of match query, just remove this match query, and here we have to provide query builder dot boolean query dot boolean query dot must take a query builders here, query builders dot term query. So term query is case sensitive. If you let's suppose if I am searching Kolkata, so if Kolkata is stored in the Elasticsearch in a small letter and I am trying to search in the capital letter, then it will not work. So because it's a case sensitive. Okay, I will let you know one more query which is not case which is case insensitive. So first we'll do for the term query here. So the name is what will be the name? The name is our username. Username, and the value is this username, right? Based on that we want to get the data. Okay, after that I think all other things are same. That's it. Nothing else we need to do. This all are the one time return code. Okay. Now let me run this class. Errors in required projects. Here we have find all user data. Okay. Let me run this class. So term query is case sensitive. Okay. So if you see the username is present, let's suppose the first username is elastic, all are small letter, elastic user 1111. Okay. It got started. Now copy this one, paste it here. And what is the request mapping? All user and username. That's it. All user and let's suppose I want to search username is. Let's suppose I want to search second user. Okay. Let's try it. Based on the username, we will get the data, right? Nothing we are getting. Let me check what happened. See. Oh, so here we have a username. Okay, so if you remember initially I told you that Elasticsearch whatever sentence we are providing, that sentence is converted into a token. Okay, all here you can see all data are converted to tokens. So if when I'm trying to search this line, okay, so it means there are three token. Elastic is one token, user is one token, and 111 is one token. So if you see all the object, this the first two token are same, elastic user, elastic user, elastic user, elastic and user. These two tokens are same, only one is different, it is 111222333. So here I am providing username and I am providing the runtime value username. Okay, so it converted that token, that sentence to a different token. So what it's doing, it's not doing I mean we have to tell, you have to search um, the sentence exact match. It is not doing the exact match. Okay, it is doing the whatever first name is coming, it's doing search based on that. But we have to tell Elasticsearch that you have to find all the values based on the exact match. Don't search with elastic, then user, and then this one. You have to search based on the exact match. So how we can how this implementation we can do in the Elasticsearch? For that, we have to tell the Elasticsearch analyzer that you don't analyze based on the analyzer we can say there are two things in the Elasticsearch. Based on that Elasticsearch search the data. First is analyze search, and second is keyword search. So analyzer, if analyzer is used analyze search, then we will not get any data here. We will not get any data here. So we have to tell Elasticsearch that you don't use analyze, you have to use keyword analyzer. So if analyzer will work, so analyzer should have must have to use keyword search, not analyze search. Okay. So for keyword search, we have to provide here username dot keyword. Okay. And the term query we have to provide term query. What term query should let me start the application first, then we will discuss. Term term query means for exact search. Match query means this match query means find all. This term query means exact search. Now, but we saw the how sentence are converted into the tokens. Based on that, Elasticsearch Analyzer will search based on the analyze or based on the keyword. So if Elasticsearch Analyzer will search on the analyze, that means it will search the first token, second token, third token, fourth token. But we are telling that based on the exact match you have to search. So for exact match, we provided term query, and we are explicitly saying Elasticsearch Analyzer don't use analyze search, you have to use keyword search. So keyword search means this keyword and this term query both will do the exact match. Okay, so for exact match, we used here keyword. Okay, now hit this one and we'll see whether we are getting data or not. Yeah, now we are getting the exact match. Now suppose I want 222. Yeah, we are getting 222 here. Okay, so now you notice why I told these things initially, right? So keyword search, inverted index. Just now we got the error, right? Okay. Now the third thing we have to do, that is get user by name and address. Okay, we have to pass two parameters. So come to the controller layer and copy this one, paste it here. And here we have to pass two parameters, that is the name and address both. So for that, just create address. Okay, comma at the rate path variable string address. Okay, okay, and here we have to pass this address, both name and address. Create the method, not change the name, get user by name and address. Get user data by name and address. Something is happening in my workspace. I don't know what is happening. We control Z first. Okay. By name and address. Okay. Create this method in the service class. This is my method. And same we are going to call our repository dot find all user data by name and address from Elastic. And here you have to pass username and address. Okay. Now come, we have to create the method in the repository. Come to our implementation class. This is my implementation class, and add unimplemented methods. This is done. Now, as I told you earlier, this is a one-time code. So just copy this code. Only we have to change the query. So copy this one, copy it, and we have to provide it here. Same thing here. Okay. So now here we are going to search data based on the name and address. So for name, I am using the same one. Now for address, let me write some other query. So it will be dot must and query builders dot. I am going to use the match query. Why match? I will tell you. Match query, and here I am going to provide the name, that is address, and the value is also address. Now why match query I have provided here? If you see this output, the name is the first two tokens of the name is same, elastic user, elastic user, elastic user, right? For that, I use here term query because term and this keyword will search exact match. But if you see the address is different for all of the object. First is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. So it's already different. So no need to use the term query and keyword analyzer. Okay. So if you want, you can use. If you have duplicate records, then you can use. If you don't have, then no need to use the term query and keyword analyzer. It will work on match query also. That's why I used here match query and the address is address. Now let me run this application and we'll see whether this is working or not. It got started. Now copy this one and we'll search for both name and address. Okay, what is the endpoint? What is the request mapping? Request mapping, we have username and address. Okay, now provide the address here. So let's suppose what is the address of 222? Address is Mumbai. I want to search 222 and Mumbai. Mumbai, this one, right? Hit enter. Okay, see here we are getting data based on the name and the address. Okay, now suppose I want to search for 444. Okay, and what is the address of 444? It is Kolkata. Provide here Kolkata and hit. Yeah, we are getting data for based on the username and Kolkata. So this is the way how we can write the query for connecting to Elasticsearch, and we are getting data from the Elasticsearch. Okay, so I will provide all the GitHub link in the description part. If you want, you can get the code from there. Thank you.